strengths, throws. He's a super strong guy at this weight class, and he looks to show that tonight. And
we're used to seeing Murphy rock the cornrows.
Springfield, make some noise for your co-main event. This professional bout is set for 3 rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, this fighter comes in with 1 win, 0 losses, out of Springfield Fight Club, out of Springfield, Missouri, Joseph the Sage Murphy. And his opponent coming in with 3 wins, 1 loss, fighting out of Team Fusion from Springfield, Missouri, Johnathon the Tank Beckett.
Hometown heroes set to clash here tonight in our co-main event of the evening. Johnathon Beckett, you know, I don't know if I've ever seen him look so big. He looks ginormous at 135 pounds tonight.
And these guys are going toe-to-toe immediately. And there's the single leg right there. Johnathon Beckett is so good with that single leg. But Murphy is good off of his back. We'll see how he handles the pressure early here in round number 1 from John Beckett.
Yeah, big elbows over the top from John Beckett, but the active guard of Joseph Murphy, like I said, we've seen him break arms before with this armbar from the closed guard. He's so long and dangerous here. He's got that arm wrapped up pretty tight.
Here comes the slam. Oh, good job by Murphy to just let go of that, avoid the big slam, but Beckett is all out pressure on him with the ground and pound right now. And we've seen some slam KOs, so Joseph Murphy, you know, just electing to let go there to avoid that.
Yeah, building up. Oh, exposing his back for just a second to try and get back to his feet. He's got the cage as his advantage right now if he can look to stand and peel to his right.
Yeah, Beckett is he's so strong for this weight class.
Yeah, I've never seen him look this strong. He looks insane at 135 pounds right now.
Big takedown there from Beckett, trying to climb the back. We've got a little bit of blood on the forehead of Joseph Murphy there. It looks like he opened a cut with maybe one of those elbows.
Yeah, doing a good job controlling that bottom side wrist is Johnathon Beckett. You know, this is a fight I was really, you know, not expecting so soon in the career of Joseph Murphy. But if you look at his career at the amateur ranks, this is a guy who at every single chance he got fought the top competitor in the division.
He takes chances, and it usually works out for Joseph Murphy.
Yeah, 7-3 as an amateur. Only losses coming to, like I said, every time he lost at the amateur ranks, it was to the #1 ranked person at the time.
Absolutely. And yeah, he's in the middle of a dogfight here. He's going to have to find his way through it. And this is where we talked about Joseph Murphy. He can just try to find a way to get some success.
Yeah, 0 quit in him as Johnathon Beckett is all over him right now.
Good job by Beckett to corral the back.
Staying behind the
shoulders.
shoulders.
Getting to the full mount here.
Working towards his head and arm at the moment. Really, really heavy on that top arm.
This one is pretty tight. He's trying to relieve the pressure of this choke right here. With his arm.
He's okay for the moment. He's got to start moving, though. He's got to start getting his elbow in between him and Beckett.
Yeah, the power and strength of Beckett on full display here. The Murphys, he's all in it.
Letting go of the submission. Johnathon Beckett just getting ahead of the race.
And he looks very calm too, Justin. He's very calm and composed in this situation, maintaining his position. He's just flowing out there. Not forcing the finish, waiting for an opportunity to come. He's got a head and arm.
Joseph Murphy, though, not even phased for a second.
Got him flattened out here, Justin. Powerful hips of John Beckett.
Yeah, Tank is cruising at the moment.
He is with these 5-minute rounds. This is only the second professional fight in the in the career of Joseph Murphy, it's a long time to be on the ground with a guy like John Beckett on top of you.
Credit to Beckett to not force anything. He's not doing anything more than Murphy's giving him right now, and this is textbook control right now.
It's beautiful.
Beckett in absolutely
zero
zero danger.
Keeping the knee on his hip just to maintain that position so he can slide back if he needs to.
You know, I thought he was pretty deep there at that head and arm attempt if he wanted to sit through to it. He's just electing to control and keep punching.
Yep, just 30 seconds to go in the very first round of our co-main event. John Beckett in cruise control right now on the ground. And it was the single leg that was successful, is beautiful, and he's been dominating the entirety of the round so far.
Yeah, the entire first round spent on the back.
Now he's got the arm. Great opening round for Johnathon Beckett in our co-main event.
Helping up Joseph Murphy is Johnathon Beckett. Electing to take the stool are both gentlemen. You know, man, about as easy as it came right there for Johnathon Beckett in round number one.
You see the work right here. He's just gliding on the back. Murphy's attempts were just negated fully by John Beckett. He was able to control that entire round. Could be a potential 10-8 round here, depending on what the judges are looking for. You know, not a ton of ground and pound, but he did open up some damage on Joseph Murphy. Got the damage off and then grappled very successfully throughout the duration of that first round. So Murphy's got to find an answer, and he's got his coach Nathan Stamberski in his corner tonight, trying to guide him through this next round.
I'm not sure this is a skill issue. I think it's a size thing.
Yeah, Beckett is just so strong in there.
Man, he looks enormous compared to Murphy right now. I mean, I've been watching both of these guys compete for the better part of 7 years now, and oh wow, big right hand over the top for Johnathon Beckett.
Yep, good right hand there. Murphy getting active with the legs.
Back in on that single again.
It's a good single leg.
Oh, working for this 100% sweep here if he can keep the head of Beckett, but
just where the strength is coming in. He's just too big and powerful right now for Murphy to handle. But you know he's always in it. He's got his back against the cage right now.
Yeah, we saw him fight through some early adversity in his professional debut against Mike Mazzariego. And oh, here's a suitcase choke.
And used it well to get him away from the cage too, and kind of into the open area.
Very rarely do you see Joseph Murphy get out-grappled like this.
And now he might just get out and be on top, Justin.
Making me bite my own tongue here. Beckett with a half-hearted Kimura attempt right now. I think using more for control than anything else.
That's where Murphy can just sneakily get up on you. Now he's kind of cranking that arm.
Yeah, now looking to sweep a little bit, kind of control. Back again. He's got to get that knee inside if he wants to sweep, though.
Up to one knee is Beckett, and he's up. Murphy is all over him, though.
Still has that Kimura grip. Finally elects to bail on it as he gets his shoulder to the cage.
And now, here in the second round, Murphy with a little bit of good positioning here. So he finds a way. He always finds a way.
Yeah, big.
And that's what's so impressive. He's got one hook in right here. So resilient. One of the most resilient fighters I think I've ever seen, especially in the synergy cage. Can't break that spirit of Joseph Murphy.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes of ground control given up by Joseph Murphy in round number 1, and now here we are in round number 2, seeing him fight for every last inch of it.
Good knee by Johnathon Beckett there. Trying to break that grip. Oh, good trip by Johnathon Beckett. Beautiful.
Able to kick out the table legs of Joseph Murphy and sit him to his back with that far side wrist control.
That was impressive.
Yeah, Beckett has yet to give up that handcuff on the backside. Big elbows land there as he stays behind the shoulders.
Now Beckett back in the seat. Murphy does a good job trying to get up there. Unable to. Beckett's still all over him.
Big elbow over the top from Beckett.
It was a nice elbow from Johnathon Beckett.
Man, I feel like half the crowd is chanting, "Let's go Murphy, let's go Beckett." He's got that knee inside. He can work to this Kimura sweep now.
Looks like Murphy's trying to attack a leg, potentially. Beckett's hip to it. He's a step ahead, like you said, Justin, in all of these exchanges so far. And he's doing a good job of damaging the body, too, as there's an elbow drop by Beckett.
43 seconds left in round number 2 of our co-main event of the evening. A grapple extravaganza as Johnathon Beckett lands a big right hand over the top.
Stacking the guard.
Throwing back up that armbar attempt. Johnathon Beckett doing a good job clearing it out.
Yep, he's seeing everything out there and seeing it very well.
Almost like an octopus guard here from Joseph Murphy, trying to step over the rear leg.
He's trying everything.
That's a cradle and a pin if I ever seen one.
Wow, Johnathon Beckett. Johnathon Beckett right now in cruise control. As you see the beginning of the round, they started off on the feet here. And then John Beckett, once again, was able to get to his takedown game. Again with, the single leg attempt right there. And got it beautifully. Murphy trying to attempt it, to fight it off, but just unable to for the majority of the round. So now we got one more round. Johnathon Beckett is in the driver's seat. Nathan Stamberski just imploring to his fighter, Joseph Murphy, of what he has to do in this final round. He's going to have to go for it, whether it be a submission or try to get him out on the feet. See what the game plan is from the Springfield Fight Club fighter, Joseph Murphy.
Gotta go for broke if you're Joseph Murphy here in round number 3, presumably down on the cards. Tough fight for your second professional bout.
Good body kick by Murphy.
Ooh, and he stings him with a right hand afterwards as well. I think Beckett's hurt a little.
And Beckett just able to drop his level low enough to take Murphy down. He's been able to do it all night.
Murphy under the leg, was flirting with an omoplata attempt, going for this 50-50 sweep here, maybe a little K-guard.
Murphy was, talking a little bit there. Beckett was, but Murphy's going to have to throw up, some sort of type of submission here.
Murphy a little bit safer here coming out the back door, but sniffing a whole lot of cheeks as he tries to figure out what he's doing.
Yikes. Here we go, both of these fighters, maybe a little bit tired. Beckett trying to get his left arm free. He's going to slide over. Just so much heavy top pressure.
Went from north-south to side control. Uh-oh, buggy choke attempt here. This is deep.
Goodness.
If he can get his hands together, this is tight.
And this is the wild attempt that we were looking for. He's got his legs tight. Oh, my goodness.
He almost slammed himself deeper into it.
He's trying to slam him, but Murphy's just squeezing right now.
It's deep. It's deep.
He broke his legs free. Yeah, Murphy looks.
As long as he keeps this tucked here under his own knee, this is pretty deep. Now it's going to be a battle of that frame across the neck versus the slow triangle choke here of the buggy. And Joseph Murphy elects to let go.
And that's what he had to do. He had to throw up, some type of submission attempt.
Well, now he's close. He can hit a reverse buggy on this side if he chooses. Beckett doing a good job controlling that far side armpit, though, not allowing Joseph Murphy to build to an elbow and start to get back to his feet.
Trying to step over into mount, unable to. He's going to try to ground and pound him out.
Got to go to the leg drag there before you clear through to the mount.
Murphy, good job kicking the chest of Beckett, but Beckett's right back on top of him.
Looking to feed a Darce here. He's got to climb his hands up.
And Murphy trying absolutely everything to get to his feet, but Beckett's just there. He's been there all night.
Yeah, Beckett with a great display of top pressure. You often hear me talk about winning the race, right? And, in grappling, there's so many little incremental battles that are won and lost that allow you to dominate that position. And anytime Beckett starts to lose one of these small incremental battles, he stops fighting and gets ahead on the next position as opposed to trying to stay where he's at. That's what's allowing him to stay in front of all of these counterattacks from Joseph Murphy tonight and stay in control of the grappling exchanges.
Riding him out, and Joseph Murphy is just proving that he is a very hard fighter to finish.
Yeah, really tough to finish, but Beckett having his way here as we close out round number 3. Almost 1 minute to go.
He's got him flattened out here, Justin. He's going to try to get some ground and pound off.
Running the power half might turn him. Big shot lands, though, underneath.
Big elbow right there by John Beckett in the short quarters.
Look for the big frame and elbow over the top. 40 seconds left for Johnathon Beckett.
He's looking to put a statement on this performance tonight, Justin, with some heavy ground and pound. Just about over 30 seconds to work for Johnathon Beckett. And he's got Murphy cut open with those elbows.
Back tonight. To collecting the wrists as you see the blood all over Joseph Murphy and the gloves of Johnathon Beckett. Head and arm control here.
Gonna try to sell out maybe for a finish, put a stamp on this fight. 10 seconds left.
No way Joseph Murphy taps.
There's no way. What a performance tonight from Johnathon Beckett. From bell to bell, he put a stamp on this victory. He's looking for a title fight, Justin, and he might get it here in the Synergy cage and continue, his rise in MMA. 4-1 is a very impressive record, and he looks fantastic.
4-1, our 135-pound co-main event comes to a close with Johnathon Beckett from pillar to post controlling the fight tonight. Cutman Jeremy Johnson wiping Joseph Murphy's blood off of Johnathon Beckett.
Yeah, he definitely cut him with some of those elbows toward the end of that third round. Got him in the first round a little bit. Yeah, Murphy, tough as nails. One of the tougher fighters in the Missouri area. And Johnathon Beckett just looks fantastic at 135. And he proved that he's going to be a tough guy to deal with. Murphy did have a little bit of success on the feet, but when Beckett's able to get to his game on the ground, he's almost unstoppable.
Yeah, Beckett with, a full-on blanket act tonight. Nowhere to go for Joseph Murphy. other than back to the drawing board.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, Johnathon Beckett.
The tank, Johnathon Beckett, improving to
Johnathon.
4-1.
Great fight, hard fight. Is this what you expected?
What was the question?
I said this was a great hard fight for you. Is this the type of fight you expected?
Man, I'm one of those people that I like to finish, and it's one of those things where I'll try to finish or get finished trying to finish. And honestly, I'm not super impressed with my performance, but it's one of those things where I'll get back to the gym and grind and hopefully have a better outcome next time.
It was a grinding, grueling fight. Both of you up and down. You had to gruel him out. A lot of top pressure. You didn't want to come back to the feet. Seems like you weren't going to let him up there.
Well, it's one of those things where if there's water in the well, why would I not drink from it?
I like it. I like it. How soon can we see you back in this Synergy FC cage?
Hopefully March 23rd. We're looking for a title. I'm 4-1. Let's make it 5-1. Let's make it happen.
You heard it. Out of the red corner, Johnathon the Tank Beckett.
Johnathon Beckett calling his shot for the title later this year inside the Synergy FC cage. 4-1 and absolutely deserving of the chance.